Alright, so we back with another video. Today we're going to be going over the dribble animations, going over the dribble animations for all builds. Kind of like we've been doing for all the rest of the animations. If y'all do want that lead video and this little secret video where I tested every single thing, just go ahead and like the video, man. Subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Just do that. I'm telling you, it's worth it. You may want to have notifications on this whole banger month, by the way. I'm just saying. It's probably going to help you. If you haven't joined the membership, that may be something you want to invest in too. But yeah, like the video. Subscribe. No more talking. All that out the way. Let's hop into it. Hopping into it. Dribble styles. Now I had somebody in my comments tell me Kyrie dribble style is not in the game. I'm here to tell you, Kyrie dribble style, if you don't see it, it is 94 speed with ball. If you don't have a 94 speed with ball, you're not gonna see it. It's that simple. But with that being said, dribble styles. It goes without saying Kyrie dribble style is the best dribble style in the game, in my opinion. Now, there are other ones that are very good. I would say De'Aaron Fox is right up there. I would say DeJounte Murray is right up there. Now, the meta one is Darius Garland. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't never gonna lie to y'all. It's the meta for a reason. Do I think it's the best? No. Do I think it's on the same level as DeJounte Murray? No. Do I think it's on the same level as De'Aaron Fox? Okay, yeah, but I personally rather Kyrie and DeJounte Murray. That's me, but that's a preference. It all comes down to a preference at the end of the day. It's a meta for a reason. Everybody learned the same dribble tutorial, I'm guessing, so they all know how to dribble the same way. Because I ain't gonna lie, if you try to speed boost a certain way on every single dribble style, it does not work. It just doesn't. So that's what I'm guessing it is. Because maybe I just didn't learn that same dribble tutorial. I don't know. But yeah, it may be the fastest. I tried a lot of these 2K Lab toots. They were saying stuff like Luka Doncic is the fastest all around. I tried that joint. That joint was terrible. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But Darius Garland is good. Don't get me wrong, it is good. But I would say it's like the third or fourth best one in my opinion. So that's why I don't be going crazy on it. Now, if I had to go to that next tier of dribble styles, I would have to say Devin Booker. I would have to say Jalen Green. I would have to say Zion Williamson. Now, let's go over what these builds or what builds can even use these. So DeJounte Murray, you can use this on swings, guards. Kyrie, you only can use on guards. When it comes to Darius Garland, you can only use on guards. When it comes to Jalen Green, you can use on swings and guards. Devin Booker, swings and guards. Zion, you can use on pretty much every build but guards. And Zion is actually very good. But there are some other solid ones that people like. Zach LaVine is one. But for the most part, those are the best dribble styles in the game, in my opinion. Alright, next is the signature styles up. This is going to come down to what you have on your build. Steve Francis is the most popular one. It does take a 95 ball handle. Yes, not a 94, a 95. And that's literally the highest requirement in the game. And when you make your builds, look how hard it is to put 95 ball handle on your build. Do you think it's worth it? Me personally, I don't think so. So, and especially when there's one as good as Trae Young, which I would argue is better than it. It's just that simple. So, yeah, if you have the option to do either one of them, put on which one you prefer. Steve Francis, Trae Young are the two best ones. Then right after that, the next best one, in my opinion, is Derrick Rose. But in that same tier, I would say Dwayne Wade. I would say John Morant. Stuff like Penny Hardaway is good. Cade Cunningham is solid. It's some pretty solid, you know what I'm saying, signature size ups. Swings. People in the comments was telling me Zach LaVine. I'm not gonna lie. Zach LaVine is cool. It's just slow in terms of the animation, so it gives people, like, I just don't like using slow signature size ups because it gives people too much time to be able to press X, because it's just what it is. Not gonna understand. But yeah, Drew Holiday is actually solid in my opinion as well. You can use that on swings, but for the most part, swings not on the same level of guards in my opinion. De'Aaron Fox is another solid one, but you only can be a guard, and if you're a guard with 89. Yeah, I guess you could use it over D Rose, so I guess you could put it in the same tier. Bigs, it's really not much to really talk about. You got Pro, you got Ben Simmons. That's really it. I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. So yeah, that's what I would probably say for the signature size ups. The two best ones are the two best ones. The rest are the rest. All right, next is the regular breakdown combo. In my opinion, my favorite one is Jalen Green, Penny Hardaway. Regular breakdown combos have a lot of really solid ones, but the best one in the game, my favorite one in the game, is Rayford Austin. Rayford Austin is that one. But yeah, Rayford Austin is the best one. When it comes to stuff you can use for bigs, you got Kevin Durant and Pro. I was finna say something else, but no. Yeah, you got Kevin Durant and Pro. Ja Morant is actually solid as well. So, yeah, I want that to be known. And, yeah. Next is the aggressive breakdown combo. When it comes to the aggressive breakdown combo, the best ones in the game, in my opinion, it's a lot you can go with an aggressive breakdown combo. You got the Scoot Hendersons. You got the Reggie Jacksons. You got the Brandon Ingrams. You got the Michael Jordans. It's a lot of these that you can go with. Ja Morant is good. Jordan Poole is solid. I'm telling you, the aggressive breakdown combo has a lot. Kobe White is good for one of these. I forgot which one. Y'all was saying that in the comments below on the last one. But, yeah, that's actually solid. But for the most part, you can go with any of the ones I said. Tim Hardaway is solid. Pretty much any of these that you've seen bought, pretty good. I'm not going to lie. Stephon Marbury is actually really good, too. So, yeah, that's aggressive breakdown combos. I'm going to be honest. The breakdown combos on this game are some of the most underutilized animations in the game this year. And it's very good. They're very good this year. All right, next is the escape moves. The best escape moves in the game. You got Stephen Curry. That's the best one, in my opinion. Then I would say Trae Young. That's the next one, in my opinion. Both of those you only can use on guards. Kemba Walker is good, but it's not you can't use it on swings, so they nerfed it to oblivion. Trae Young was good last year, but they nerfed it to oblivion with it only being able to be used on guards. But at the same time, it's still good for guards. Same time for Kemba, still good for guards. It's just not the best one. I think Stephen Curry is the best one. You got stuff like Chris Paul where you can use, but I would personally not use that over the Damian Lillards, the Kyrie Irvings. Allen Iverson is actually really solid, but this is another one you only can use on guards. When it comes to swings, the ones I would personally recommend, LeBron James, Zach LaVine, Kevin Durant, Jimmy Butler, all those are very, very solid ones for swings. Are they overpowered? No, but they're good. They're good. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to the escape moves, actually somebody in the comments was saying Kobe Bryant is a good one. So, yeah, Kobe Bryant is another one you can use on escape moves. I believe you can use that on swings too, and it has to be 88. I'm pretty sure all Kobe animations you have to have 88. So if you get one, you probably got them all. All right, next is the combo moves. This is really going to be coming down to how you want to play. In my opinion, the best ones, James Harden, Stephen Curry, De'Aaron Fox. Those are the best ones. If you're big, Kevin. Crossover. Best crossovers in the game. When it comes to the best crossover in the game, it really does come down to what position you are. If you're a big, Giannis is the best one in the game, in my opinion. But if you're not a big, the next best one, only guards can get it. De'Aaron Fox is debatably the best one in the game. You see what y'all should be catching the point here with these dribble moves. They nerfed the swings to oblivion on the dribbling. I don't know why, but they did. So, okay, the two best ones, De'Aaron Fox and Giannis. Now, if you're not able to use those for swings, the next ones you really should be thinking about is Luka Doncic, Zach LaVine. Those are the two next best ones. Now, if you're trying to dribble, actually do crossovers, not trying to be glitchy with your crossover where you're trying to use it to get downhill. Trae Young, Kyrie Irving, very good. Paul George is the most underrated one in the game. I seen somebody actually finally reply Paul George after I've been saying it in every single video, whether it be best animations, dribble animations, it doesn't really matter. They finally seen somebody actually started to try it and they was like, bro, this joint is unrippable. And it literally is. Paul George is one of the best crossovers in the game. All right, next is the behind the back. Now, behind the back does come down to how you want to play. Are you trying to get downhill with your behind the back, or are you doing it for the explosive behind the back? It's simple as that. So, for the explosive behind the back, in my opinion, the best ones is Trae Young, Kawhi Leonard. If you're big, normal. Guards, Trae Young. Swings, Kawhi Leonard. Bigs, normal. Normal is nowhere near as good as Trae Young and Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard and Trae Young are pretty much the exact same thing. Simple as that. Now, when it comes to doing explosive behind the backs, that's a whole different conversation. Not the explosive behind the back. If you're doing it to go forward with the behind the back, Trae Young is cool. I personally don't like it though. It's just glitchy. That's the only thing I like about it. It is glitchy. So that's what I'll say about that. Markelle Fultz is an underrated one. That's what I'll say, but just De'Aaron Fox was very good for the moving minded back last year, and they just nerfed it this year. It's just not as good. So trying to find that perfect behind the back this year is just not easy, in my opinion. If I had to say what I think is the best moving minded back this year, it probably is Pro. Markelle Fultz would definitely be up there. If you can use Pro on bigs, it's just you gotta have that 70 ball handle, and that's not easy. But if you do have it on your big, there you go. But yeah, Pro is the one I probably would say is the best one for the moving minded back. I would just moving minded back is just not that good this year, so I would just more so go for the explosive behind the back ones anyway. And if you want to get downhill, use a crossover. You just gotta adapt. Now I said you gotta adapt. I still use spin behind the backs to get up the field. I said field. Court. I do get ripped. I do get bump stolen doing that. But it's just a thing of habit. Now spins. Early in the year, spin backs was so fun, man, and they nerfed them. They still usable, but it's just not the same. They took out the little glitchy spin. It's just not the same. So you want to use spins. Penny Hardaway, Ja Morant, Luka, Pro. Those are the only ones you really need to be worried about. You can use Steph Curry too, but yeah. They're not that good this year, so it's just really up to you on that one. Preference. Next is the hezzy. If you're a guard, Ja Morant is the best hezzy in the game. Somebody in the comments has said Tyrese, so I'll throw that in there. I personally don't like Tyrese, so that's just what it is. Anything outside of Ja Morant is not good, in my opinion. Anything outside of Ja Morant is not good. So this is what I'll say. If you're a swing, Jimmy Butler, Kevin Durant, bigs, Kevin Durant, or normal. It is that simple. Guards, Ja Morant. I don't know why they took the Ja Morant from the swings, but they did. They did. All right, next is the step back. Step backs. I'll be honest. Either you putting a step back on to get 3 off for your little pullback, your step back, or you're doing it to get ankles. No in between. You have no other reason to be putting this on. Sir, I'm so serious. I'm so serious. So, if you're trying to create space, best ones in the game: Zach LaVine, Luka Doncic, Devin Booker, Darius Garland, Harden, in that order. Now the last 3 really does come down to preference, but the first 2 I do believe it is that order, personally. Now when it comes to taking ankles, you got Stephen Curry, you got Trae Young, you got Tyrese Halliburton, you got Kyrie Irving, and you got Paul George. Actually, Paul George is actually really good to tank ankles. Is it in that order? No. It's just, those are just the best ones. I'm not trying to give that one an order. It's just taking ankles. Taking ankles is already pretty RNG. If you want to take more ankles, play park. That's why I say 5v5 is not as easy to take ankles. You can. It's just not as easy. But yeah, those are the step backs I would personally recommend. And then last but not least, the triple threat style. The best triple threat style in the game. Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? It's simple as that. You don't even need to be worried about something else. To be honest with you, they tried to go crazy with it last year and try to hide it. I'm not gonna lie, hide a triple threat style behind a rep reward. It only makes you think, who has been saying Michael Jordan since triple threat style been in the game? I'm just saying. But yeah, that's the best triple threat style in the game. Yeah. All right, now pass styles. I'm not gonna lie, I've been trying to go more so in between on the pass styles because I do. Let's get this out the way. Normal and Tyrese are, in my opinion, the 2 best ones. Now, I will be doing a video ranking every single pass style. That is not the secret one that I will be doing this season. But pass style, expect that to get every single one of these to get ranked. With that being said, though, a lot of y'all was telling me D-Mitch was good. D-Mitch is solid. It's solid. One I actually been using lately that I really do like, Trae Young. Trae Young is a very underrated one. So yeah, Ja Morant always been underrated. Went over that a couple times in different videos. I've still yet to make a build that I can have the Darius Garland. I have a Jokic build though. Y'all may be seeing on the channel soon. I don't know. But I have a high pass and I will be putting +5 on it. So the Darius Garland may be able to be achieved. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I still think Tyrese Halliburton. I still think none are the 2 best ones in the game. You still obviously got stuff like LaMelo Ball. A lot of y'all was telling me Donovan Mitchell is very solid, so I tried it. It's good. Do I think it's on the level of the other two? No. Do I think you go out of your way when you're making a build to get Donovan Mitchell? No. But you can go 84 to get that +5 from a cap breaker, and you'll be calm with D. Mitch, LaMelo, and none until you can get that Tyrese. But Tyrese, in my opinion, is the best one. It's just simple as that. Trae Young is also very good. Ja Morant is good. Jokic is Jokic. Come on, man. It's Jokic. And that's the best pass styles in the game to me. All right, next is the best motion styles. Now, when it comes to motion styles, it does elevate the build. Like, say for instance, you have a certain speed, but you feel like you're not fast enough. You can put on a certain motion style and get that just run faster. It's gonna help you. Certain motion styles can help you on defense in terms of moving laterally. Some motion styles can help you on offense in terms of off the ball. But yeah, motion styles, they actually do make a pretty big difference. Now, I have been using Jalen Suggs for a while, but I don't know. Is it just me, or for the last couple weeks of season 2, it was feeling a little stiffer than it was for the pretty much majority of the entire game prior to that? So, me personally, I still like Jalen Suggs. Alex Caruso is very good. I'm gonna be honest though, Dennis Rodman is really, really good still in my opinion, especially if you just talk about running around. Drew Eubanks is very good if you're big. Anthony Davis, when I did my big man video, I will be updating those videos when it comes to bigs, guards, swings. Those videos will be updated this season, by the way. We will be going over that in deep detail again, so stay tuned for that. Like I said, Banger Week coming soon. If you're trying to get some giveaways, you're trying to get some VC, you're trying to get maybe even a chance to win 2K, stay tuned. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, Anthony Davis, Drew Eubanks for bigs, Drew Eubanks, Jalen Suggs, Dennis Rodman, Kyle Kuzma, Kawhi Leonard, Justice Winslow for swings. And by the way, Justice Winslow you also can use on big. So if you do want a big that can actually have a lateral defense motion style, Justice Winslow is a good one. But then when it comes to guards, I would say Jalen Suggs or Alex Caruso. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm really on the Caruso train, Kawhi, Drew Eubanks train right now. I'm not really messing with Suggs. But you also can use Caruso if you're a swing. So it just is what it is. Those are the best motion styles in my opinion. When I also did the bigs, people were saying DeAndre Ayton, Jokic, so I don't want to leave that untalked about. There's obviously some other motion styles that you can try, but these are the ones I personally would recommend. If there's anything that I missed, put it in the comments down below. I love when y'all correct me on stuff. Y'all be going crazy with it. I'm trying to keep it detailed though, because y'all said y'all like the details, so that's the detail. But yeah, that's gonna be the best dribble animations in the game. We went over everything. We went over dribble moves, we went over pass, we went over motion styles all in this video. If you do want more, make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. Without further ado, it's your boy Fitz. I'm out of here, man.
I got digital dash, came right with a I walk in the store and I buy the stock. I hide in the bins and pull out the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!